morning. It is Sunday the 3rd. Today's the 3rd. Yeah, I pay my bill tomorrow. We have a story. That's not a story. We have a episode for you today. It's a lot that happened in the last 24 hours with not just for me and Instacart, but with a disgruntled employee, an actual employee of Instacart. So my first topic I'm going to talk about is deactivation. Okay, so I don't know if I got deactivated yesterday. I didn't make any money yesterday. And this is what happened. I'm gonna be truthful because I don't need to lie. So I got up in the morning yesterday, 5 o'clock, trying to work, trying to get this money. And my account won't work, so I couldn't log in. They logged me out, so I couldn't log in. So I'm texting support, seeing what's going on. So they was like, oh, they try to walk you through the usuals. It's just so funny. I'm sorry. Yesterday was a hell of a day. They walk you through, all the steps. Hey, have you deactivated? I mean, not deactivated, excuse me. Have you, uninstalled and reinstalled? Have you cleared your cache? Have you cleared your data? Have you tried to log in with your password? Have you tried to log in with just your phone number? What else they told me to do? Another person gave me a link so I can re-download the app. What else happened? What else they asked me to do? Sorry, I'm thinking. It was just so much yesterday. Cut off your data, cut it back on. Cut on airplane mode, cut it back on. All of it. I did all of it. It wasn't happening. So then we get to a point where, I did all of that, and then they said, if you have any problems, text us back. Cool, no problem. I got you, ma'am. Done that. Texting back. Pretty much when I texted back the second time, she was like, okay, let me transfer you to somebody who's gonna help. Then when I got there, so then they hung up on me. Like they ended the chat. She flipped it over to him, and he once he joined the conversation, he ended the chat. So I was like, yo, that's annoying, but whatever. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and do my thing or whatever. I'm gonna go do my thing, and I'm gonna hit the chat back. So basically, I got to like another chat, and he was like, you're deactivated. And I'm like, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, you're deactivated for something that happened in 2019. And I was like, yeah, but even if that's the case, I couldn't fight it then, but I can fight it now. But like, why would I be deactivated? This dude had a straight attitude. Like, and you can tell when somebody has attitude through a chat because their wordings change, right? So me, I try to keep it, calm, cool, and collective. He was like, sir. I was like, don't do that, bro. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. You can't. How do you have an attitude through a chat? Like, through a chat, my dude. Like, what's going on? What's going on here? So yeah, he had a straight attitude, and I'm like, yo, like, what's up? Like, what's going on? And he won't give me an information. Oh, did you get a chat from this person? And I was like, nah, I didn't get a chat. I didn't get a chat from such and such. I didn't get a chat from such and such. So then it's like, refer to an email that I got over a year ago. It's like, I don't have that email no more. Like, so it's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to search through my history? Like what's going on? So then when I was like, yo, you need to explain to me, you need to explain to me why I'm deactivated. So of course he couldn't, and he got upset, and that's when he kept refer to my previous message, refer to the email. What else did he say? He was saying, oh man, I'm sorry, I can't read. If I had the text in front of me, it would be much easier to do this, but I'm driving. Refer to this, refer to that. So regardless, he wouldn't help me. So I said, you know what? At the end of the day, you don't argue with fools, right? So I was like, all right, you're not gonna help me. Have a good day. So then I had called the number. That we were supposed to call. And that's when shiitake mushrooms hit the fan. it's one thing to have disgruntled like shoppers. It's another thing to have disgruntled employees. Now, this woman, she's new. I'm not gonna put her audio up here. I'm not gonna put her name up here, you know, because I want her to keep her job, and I don't want no retaliation. So she spilled the beans. She spilled the beans. Granted, I don't know if it was intentional or not intentional, but when you have an employee and you're not paying them, or you shorting a check every week, like multiple people, oh no, you can't do that, fam. See, with us, you can do that because we can't directly get into you like that. Like, we can't directly contact you like that. But when you have, you know, direct employees that you're not paying, or you're not paying properly, so, you know, stuff is gonna happen. So I understand why some, if not all of this stuff is happening. And it's because, as she told me, like, she works in a chat, like, the people who we speak to in the chat, they work in their own group chat. So if they don't know something, they speak to other employees about it. So it's not like they're like these highly trained people that we can go and speak to. She told me, like, they don't have a shopper chat. So even when we get in contact with the shopper chat, they don't know what's going on. So they're in a chat with us, but then they're also in another separate chat with like a bunch of other Instacart a bunch of Instacart workers. So when they don't know something, she refers to somebody in the chat, and she said that with that chat they're supposed to have 2 moderators, but all the time the moderators don't help them. So when we get into chat and we're asking questions and they don't know, that's why it's such a long wait period, because they need the moderators in a separate chat to tell them what's going on. That, for me, that makes sense. That's why it takes so long to do everything, because you guys don't have like proper communication. So then she also told me, she also confirmed, I should say, that they shut down the shopper hotline, like the shopper, like when we supposed to call the shopper support, they shut that line down. So everything is now forwarded to customer support. And then I had this one woman tell me straight up, she straight up told me when I called the first time, she was like, well, I'm customer support. I cannot do nothing for you. And she hung up the phone on me. I was like, what? She hung up the phone on me. But it's crazy. Oh my God. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. Everybody getting the short end of the stick. So then, as I showed you, I'm getting gas because I didn't get gas in like 4 days. Then as I just showed you, what is this? Oh, I'm at the wrong spot. And then as I just showed you, what happened? I was on the phone. I was on hold, right? Because, you know, when we call support, or when we call wherever we call, there, like, we know it's gonna be a wait time because of, you know, everything that's going on. Because I believe, I'm not saying this is facts, but I believe that they shut down whatever office they're supposed to be working at. I believe they shut down whatever office that is that maybe had these employees working there. They shut it down. I know they shut down. We know they shut down. They disconnected the number, because she confirmed that. She's like, yeah, well, they disconnected the number, so everything gets forwarded. So that's why when we call our shopper support line, it's forwarded to the customer support line, and they can't help us because, as she said, they're not trained to help us. They're not trained. They're only trained to help customers. They're not trained to help us as shoppers. And I said that from weeks ago, that they don't care about us. Like, they don't care about shoppers. They only care about customers, but because that's where their money is coming from. It's coming from the customers. So there's also another topic that I seen on somebody else's channel that I don't think he got enough credit for, but I'm gonna speak on that as well. But she's like we're not trained to help shoppers, so we can't give them no number. We can't forward them to no higher ups. We can't forward them to another shop Instacart shopper support team member, because they're not trained in that. So it baffles me how you cut lines of communication on purpose. Not by accident, but you cut lines of communication for shoppers on purpose. So the only thing she said that they tell us to do, because she said she's in a room with 20 other workers, or 19 other workers, including her, excluding the 2 moderators. Like, you can't direct me. You can't help me. You can't help me. And it's like, she's like, what am I supposed? She's like, she doesn't know what to do when it comes to helping us, because she's not trained in the thing. She's not trained in that aspect. And she said that she had to tell. She felt bad for this one person who called last week, where she spent money out of her pocket because it's a new shopper, and she didn't want to get her account deactivated because she didn't want to mess up her first time. And this woman spent money out of her own pocket because Instacart card wasn't working, and she couldn't get in contact with them, to rectify a situation. So it's like, what is she supposed to do? And I felt so bad, because that's one thing you guys never do. Never spend your own money. Never spend your own money. Them groceries will sit there. So yeah, it's just, for me, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. But let me get on to the next topic, because I don't want to spend too much time on that, but it's still aspects of that I'm going to touch on. So again, when it comes to these problems, they're having problems on multiple fronts, and that's something that eventually they're gonna have to address, because it's not just us that this is affecting, not just shoppers, not just employees, but now even, like, if you guys either seen a Twitter feed, like, customers are complaining, and I think I said that in my last video, that it's gonna be a real problem when customers start complaining, because they're gonna be like, yo, what's up with my food? Like, I'm not getting my food. And I think that's when they're gonna start taking action. And it sucks that it needs to get to that point for them to do something. But again, they hired 450,000 shoppers, but you're diluting the service. Like, you're diluting the service. And it is not because the orders aren't getting fulfilled because, like, it's just too many orders and they're overwhelmed. The orders aren't getting fulfilled because you guys aren't paying us. You guys aren't paying us, and that's why I choose to work the way I work, because I'm gonna show the algorithm that this amount of money is not worth me doing this kind of work. It's just not. And that's one thing that you're gonna have to force teach the algorithm and tell them, like, I'm not doing this for this kind of money. Like, it's just not worth it for me. Granted, some other shoppers will do it, just like Instacart said. After the video of the strike, when they tried to do a strike about a month ago, they was like, well, like, the strike isn't doing anything. And I'm not saying don't strike. I will never say don't strike. Do what your heart, do as your heart content. But if everybody's not gonna do it, then it's not gonna make any real positive change. Like, that's just how I see it. And granted, I didn't know about the strike that we were supposed to do in the first, whatever. But if everybody's not gonna do it, then it's not gonna change. Like, that's the bigger problem of it. And I seen on the Instacart feed, on the Twitter feed, like, one of the store managers text one of the shoppers a picture of this couple. I'm not gonna put it up for confidentiality reasons, but they put up a picture of a whole family shopping, like, dressed in all kind of clothes that you should not be wearing. And it's like this is who you hiring, bro? Like, that's who you hiring to try to get these orders fulfilled? But you got people out here who's getting no orders. It's crazy. It's crazy out here right now. As you can see, the person who sent me the video, they live in a city and they're getting orders in Long Island, like an hour, almost an hour away, 30 minutes to an hour away. And that's why I said in my previous video, like, the location system is broken. Your location system is broken, and I know it's broken. Because even this morning, I'm getting orders from my house, and then I go outside and then there's no orders. So it's like something in your system isn't working. And I think because of the way you guys are hiring people, you're crushing the system. Like, the system isn't able to handle what you're asking for it to do. You know, because it's becoming overwhelming for the system, and I get that. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But this is a problem that you guys should have prepared for if you're gonna make these kind of changes. Like, there's no excuse for the app to crash every single day. The app should not crash every single day. The app crashes every day. Every day. And it's frustrating as a shopper when, like, the tool that I'm supposed to be using to help me make money is continuously broken and out of my control to fix. Like, that's the crazy part. But again, their location system is broken. If I'm in one location, I'm getting orders from another location. If I'm in a separate location, I'm getting orders from this location. Like, she's getting orders from Long Island and the Bronx, and she's in Brooklyn. So what's really going on? And like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, it's so many problems right now, and this is things that they could have addressed and fixed earlier, but they're just choosing not to, or they choosing to work at a snail's pace. Let me get ready to do this first order. 23 by 25 for, I think it was like $43, but I think it was like 2.3 mile drop off or 3.2 mile drop off, something like that, something of the nature. Maybe that's why dyslexia kicking in. But yeah, I'm gonna get this first order done. Luckily, I didn't have to stay here for too long. I did have to get gas, but even at the gas station, it said no order. So now that I'm at Costco's, I get my first order of the day. So I don't know. I honestly don't know how this location thing works. And the thing is that they're giving us no feedback. Like, it's one thing if, like, we're criticizing them and they're giving us feedback and letting us know what's going on, but they're not giving us no feedback. So a lot of us don't know what's going on. But let me go knock out this first order and let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. So not too bad of a drop off. My GPS was acting a little crazy, sending me all over the place, but he was one of the customers who doesn't want to be contacted at all. So normally, like, nowadays that isn't a problem, but back then in like 2018, that was a big problem because we needed to contact you to drop off the groceries to confirm that they, you picking them up, or confirm that they dropped off. But now, since it's like no contact delivery, we can drop it off and go. So that one wasn't too bad, simple drop off. So he put in the chat that he is home, but he didn't want to be contacted. So it is what it is. But I don't know, the location thing is like freaking out again. So it said that it couldn't give me batches because it couldn't find my location. So like, it makes me nervous to I know people has been saying that they've been getting deactivated for like multiple reasons. So either be it like they get signed out, and then when they sign back in, it asks it for like an age verification, and it's like, what? I've been doing this for years. Why would you think I'm 16? So I always heard that people when they download the app, when they uninstall the app to reinstall it, like, you can be downloaded thing because they think that you might be like trying to put in a bot and stuff like that. It's just so many things. It's just so, they're so quick to deactivate you. I know when they tried to deactivate me yesterday, what did I do yesterday? They signed me out, and then when I signed back in, I got to the page where it was like, would you like to be an in-store shopper, or would you like to be a full service shopper? And I hit full service shopper, and when it went to the next page, it wouldn't go any further. So I kind of got stuck at that loading page, and that's what happened. And then I try to call up and see what's going on, and again, I was on the phone for 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds. And before I hit the 4-hour mark, they hung up on me. So it's like, it's just like, could you imagine being on the phone 4 hours and they hung up on you after that? Like, it's so demoralizing, man. But all in all, it got rectified. I don't know how it got rectified, but it got rectified towards the end of the night at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. But at that time, my day is over. My day is over. So it's like, I can't do nothing. So I also know that I lost my train of thought. It's just difficult. I had a thought, I lost it. It's just difficult, and it's like you guys are making us walk on eggshells. You hiring all of these new people, and you making us walk on eggshells because we feel like if we make any mistake that we can be deactivated, and it shouldn't be like that. But we gotta deal with it. But we're heading back now, and we're gonna see what our second order of the day is gonna be. And once I get through these orders, I have a weekly recap. I didn't even come close to my goal this week because of everything. Either it being the bots, with it being the new hires, with it being my almost deactivation yesterday. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So speaking on that, got a few of my friends, if I call them that, saying that they might have targeted me because of my YouTube and my Facebook, and excuse me, not my Facebook, my Twitter post to them, because I call it how I see it. If I feel like something is wrong, I'm not gonna say something is wrong, but we feel like that it may be like a retaliation. So that's why I'm very careful in how I phrase things. And don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful to be able to do what I'm doing. I'm very grateful to be able to drive. I'm very grateful for Instacart platform. But I think that if it's something wrong, you should be allowed to call it out. And if you are silencing people for calling things out, that's a bigger problem. That's a bigger problem. So I know that my friends have told me, just be careful what you're going to say, but don't stop doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, they shouldn't be able to retaliate against you. But also I have to understand that it is the gig economy, and they can deactivate you for any reason they deem fit. So, just be careful what you guys say, be careful what you guys do. If you are in the Facebook Instacart group on Facebook, just be careful what you say in there. Just be careful what you say on Twitter. Don't be rude and disrespectful. If it's a problem, then speak about it professionally. But just be careful, because they're out there. They are watching us. They are watching what we say, and they are looking for a reason to deactivate. So on that note, I'll just say, just be careful what you guys say. Just be very careful what you guys say. On to my second order. From Aldi, I'm going to Aldi. I think it's 9 o'clock, so they should be open now. This is 53 by 77. It's not too crazy. I think a lot of it is bananas. At least a good amount of it is bananas. So I'm going to head to that one. I think this one was $40. But I think the mileage was like 3-point-something miles. So not too crazy. So unfortunately, I can't be doing these $45, $50, $55+ batches because they're not available. I haven't seen anything over $50. Anything that's excuse me, anything that's about 40 and up is these double batches, and still their mileage is like 7, 8, 9+ miles. So we'll see. I'm about to head to the second batch and knock this out, because I know Aldi pretty well, so this one is not gonna be too crazy. So pretty easy drop off. She started heading out when I pulled up, and I started dropping about half the groceries off. So it's been a super light day so far. Only 2 orders, but anything that's worth doing, nothing is over $50 today. Nothing is over $50 today. Everything is about 40 and up, and the distances are just too far for me to drive. It's just too far. 5 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 20 miles drop off. It's like, for me, that's just never gonna happen. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna try to reach 1,500 this week. Hopefully we can reach 1,500 this week, but we don't know. As slow as it's going today, just never know. So update you guys in a little bit. Do you guys see that Target order? Do you see that Target order? For what? Yo, I can't believe they have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to put that up there. But you know what? Somebody's gonna take it. Somebody's gonna take it, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Still waiting, but It is what it is. So as soon as I get this perfect parking spot, I get an order from BJ's, man. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. So it's a it's a $48 order from BJ's. I think it's 36 by 37, 37 by 38. So nothing too cray. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just gotta drive like 10 minutes. But it is what it is. Wait all the time, and like I'm saying, it don't make sense. I wait all this time in Costco's, and then I get a BJ's order. I don't know, fam. I don't know. But we gonna get this done, man. We gonna get this done. We gonna get this money, and we gonna try to make. I think I need to make 350 today. So I don't know. It's not looking too good, but you know, we're gonna try to make this 1500. But yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. So the drop off wasn't too bad. It was it's just she kept trying to add things that they didn't have. So when I text you and say, hey, they don't have, you know, ABC XYZ, don't come back and be like, well, do they have ABC XYZ? So it just gets very frustrating when you sit up here and you go and you tell her everything she needs to know about the order, but then she try to change things. And then when I leave the store, she then continuously texts me about things. But it's whatever. We're on to the next one. I think we're gonna head back in and see if we can get our 4th order of the day. I don't think I'm gonna reach my goal today, but we're gonna try. So we'll find out. So as you guys can see, sitting in Costco's parking lot, and as I told you, I don't know what's going on with the app, but I know the location thing is glitching because with mine saying that it can't find my location and I can't get an order. So I don't know. It gets to a point where it just gets very frustrating that I have to restart the app all the time. Like every like, I don't know, 35 minutes that I'm sitting here waiting, it say can't find my location. So I shouldn't have to keep restarting my phone or restarting the app for it to work and possibly get a badge. So we're gonna keep waiting, and I don't know how long I'm gonna keep waiting, but we're gonna keep waiting and see if we can finish this day out with at least 200, but we'll see. On to my 4th order. As you can see, back at All Day again, and it is like 70 degrees out here. It's like 70 degrees out here. I did not anticipate this weather. I had to go home and change clothes because I was dying in that in the windbreaker. So we about to load the car and drop this off, and then hopefully on to the next one. But you know, it's been a long day, pretty slow, terrible orders, but you know, take things in stride and go from there. So I'll update y'all when I'm finished. So we're on to our 5th and probably final order of the day. It's been a real, I can't curse. It's been a real bad day. Just slow. The orders was crazy. Just low pay, high mileage, pretty much all day. So I don't know. We got a really good tip on this one, so we'll see if it stands and see if they have everything that the customer wants. And then after that, that's gonna be it. And then I'm just gonna do my weekly recap. But I don't know, pretty lackluster day. But you know, we made the best of it. But you know, just sad. I didn't hit my 350 mark, which I wanted it to hit. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe I got like 300. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll go from there and make the best of it. If I haven't told you guys already, I hate bags. It took me like almost an hour and a half to shop all of this stuff because I had no idea what the stuff is at the shop, right? So hopefully the tip stays above $50. If not, I'm gonna be very upset. So unfortunately, we wasn't able to hit our $1,500 mark this week, but some of it is due to internal factors, some of it is due to external factors, but you know, we reached $1,422.60. It probably was a little more, but with the tips being adjusted down because of product being out of stock, there's nothing really, you know, I can do about that. So, but today we reached $238.17. So I was about $112 off what I wanted to make, but I knew it was unrealistic because we had such a long down period of I don't know, maybe a few hours in between where I didn't get anything worth doing. So it is what it is, man. Not bad for a week. Not where I want to be, but where I'm at. So we're gonna try it again tomorrow, try it again next week. For next week, and see if we can, build on everything that's going forward, and just make it better than last week, man. This is what it is. Make each day better than the last, and make each week better than the last until we can't do it no more. So yeah, until next week, guys. Be safe, and any questions, put it down in the comments. I try to answer everyone that I can. That's it, man. Until next time, have a good one.